Good morning.
Oh, how about
Live.
three?
Well, I
Exactly.
mean, kind of live, right? Live from Cedar-Woolley, Washington, which is about 2 hours north of Seattle. Well, maybe an hour and a half.
Curt and Jen in the morning. Yes, good morning. That's the deal is that your boyfriend, who's wonderful, is building a house and a couple of houses. I don't know. He lives in Cedro Woolley,
Yes.
and you're up there helping him. What in what way are you helping today? By the way, people are going to want to know. I got an email yesterday
How
that said we're going to do
how
it.
is
We're going to be in Cedro tomorrow.
how could Jen possibly help remodel a house? I've learned many things since I've
Okay,
started dating Pat. I'll tell you
so you
that.
are
Project
there to
Pat.
help. You're there to help with remodeling the house.
Yeah, so he was installing the back door of the remodel house, and
Okay.
he needed help holding it up. Like he could he have done it by himself, but it made it a little bit easier. He was installing windows and
Hmm.
holding it in place while he drills drills the holes and all the things.
The thing and
Here
the
he,
thing.
here's the thing. I have a lot of random thoughts for 200 today.
Oh, okay. That sounds like I don't know if I'm frightened or just.
By the way, can we just address this big ball in front of my face today? This is the microphone that Curt
That's your
ordered me on
microphone.
Amazon. Because just so you guys know, if you haven't caught on, Curt knows all things about audio and lights. I mean, he is an audio king. You're the one that makes our podcast sound great.
Well,
By the
thank
way,
you.
here's a random thought that's not even on our little show prep sheet, Curt.
Pat.
I was listening to a podcast last night, a separate podcast. I'm not going to name what it was,
Okay.
and the audio was terrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it was very hard to listen to. Like there was a couple people on the show, maybe three. And one of the people, I don't even know if they were off mic, but I was like, I can't hear them. Like I can't hear what they're
Yeah.
saying. So
Production
thank
value is
you.
important. And people
So
like I'm happy. Thank you. I'm happy to do it because, I do get a kick out of the sound and stuff like that. Plus, you make it easy, honestly.
I take that for granted. I will say that until I listen to this podcast. So thank you for what you do. And making
Absolutely.
us sound good. And I
And
just
other
want to
people
show off
doing
my love
podcasts,
sweatshirt
there
because
you
I love
go.
it so much.
It is your love sweatshirt. All I have, it's mine has a Kraken logo on it.
Of course. Okay, here are the things. So
Hmm?
I was in Cedar-Woolley. I am in Cedar-Woolley,
Right.
and these are things I've learned here. Number one, I've learned
Hmm?
what I do not want to do as a career, and that is anything in construction. I don't. It's just not for me. I am happy to help Pat get through this because he's like, every little bit you do is stuff that I don't have to do. So I
That's
can't even
true.
tell you the countless number of staples and nails that I have pulled out of, I don't know what you call the boards, 2x4s, I don't know, 3x3s, the floor.
The floor.
Anyway,
Let's go with the floor.
but last night, today, because it's so rainy in Cedro-Woolley, we're doing a dump run because we're done doing the outside of the house. That was our priority yesterday because it was nice. I
Can I
had
say
to,
that my wife Dana loves doing dump runs? That's one of her favorite things.
it is
She's like, I could work at the dump every day. I love this stuff.
really, I don't
No, it's
like this.
baby.
This
No.
was the nail in the coffin for me on this stuff. I'm like, Pat, this is a dirty job because he had a pile of like old siding boards and like just trash from all the things.
Yeah.
And it's been sitting there for a while because you don't just do a dump run every day. You
No,
save
you
up.
wait to get enough stuff to make it worth your while.
Hurt. There were like living things in that pile of stuff when I was trying to pick it up. There was a frog. There were lots of
Oh,
bugs, and he's laughing at me, right? I said, there is a reason that God gave me girls to
oh,
raise, not boys, not boys. My friend Carrie has three boys. She would have picked up that frog like Pat did and like pet it and talk to it. No,
yeah.
get it away. Don't
Isn't it
get
a
it
cute
near me.
frog?
Take it away. He's
All
like, it's a
right.
tree frog. What are you afraid of? I'm like, oh, I
I was
don't
gonna
know.
say
The
it's a cute little
slime
tree frog.
that it's gonna bite me. I don't know.
Okay. They don't usually bite that often.
Okay, I also learned that
Uh-huh.
cows are very responsive in Cedro-Woolley.
Cows.
Yeah, I mooed at them again. And Pat's like, you better stop because you're going to lose your voice again, which I did a little bit last night. There were a lot of cows out last night and I mooed at them and Curt, they looked at
I
me.
mooed at them.
So let me just tell you,
I mooed at them.
So let me tell you that whenever we pass by cow fields and I catch it early enough, like I see it coming and it's on my side of the road, I roll down the window and I moo as loud as I can so that they
Hmm.
hear me. And then I see how many turn toward me and so many turn toward me and I waved at them. And I
And
encourage
the
you to
cow's
do
like,
that.
oh, it's her again. Shh, don't look. Don't look, cows.
Curt, teach me
Uh,
how to moo because Pat said you need to take a page from Curt's playbook and moo like him so maybe you won't lose your voice.
how do I moo? I don't even
Because
know if I'm
he's
in my
the last time we talked about this, you had a really good moo.
moo. Is that it?
Kind of, yeah.
Grrr.
I about peed my pants last night when we were mooing at Cal's because Pat won't moo with me, but he's like, you need to like do it like Curt did. I'm like, how did Curt do it? And I wish
I
it would
don't
have
even
been
know how
rolling
Curt did it.
tape
All
because
right.
it was hilarious.
I'll work on that for our next moo story. Okay.
Okay, please.
Can
All
I
right,
pop in here real quick with something?
yeah, please
It's not on. It's not. We hadn't discussed it because I've got a
go.
splitting headache right now because I keep on conking my head. And
What?
well, two times recently. Last night I was just loading stuff in the back of our trailer, and of course you forget that the top of the trailer is right here, not up here. So I don't know. But the big one was on Friday night at the event I was at. You know what pipe and drape is? You know they've got
Yes. Yep.
to an event and they've got all
Makes it
drape.
look pretty. Yep.
So I'm trying to adjust this drape, because there was a big gap and you could see the stuff behind it. That's the idea of why you have pipe and drape. And I was like, what is wrong? What is wrong with this thing? And I look up and the crossbar comes down, crack right in the nose, like literally from what was it at 12 feet down. And so I thought, oh, I just broke my nose. I honestly thought I'd have black eyes today, and I don't. But uh,
Hurt.
I want to do that thing they do on TV where they adjust their nose and put it back in place. It still hurts. You know what I'm talking about? But I think that they did it in Lethal Weapon or whatever. No, he did his shoulder. But so
You need to be careful. Maybe you should start wearing like helmets, head protection when you
protective
do things.
headgear. It was just two back to back. I'd gone a long time without anything. But Pat is always injuring himself too. But he's actually like hammering or whatever, and he hits his thumb. But so anyway, I don't know what it is lately about me hitting my head on things, but I'm going to try to work on that because it's not a good hobby.
No, it's
Not
not because you're just off of being healed from when you hit your head and you sliced your eye open.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There
See,
was
I'm too
that too.
hardcore. People always say that about Kurt Cruz. If I can say two words about Kurt Cruz or one, he is hardcore. Nobody said that ever.
Those are the
Ever.
two words I would choose if I were to describe Curt Cruz.
All right. So
Hardcore.
that's I don't know if I need to explain my headache, and the nose still hurts, but
Did you
hopefully
take some Advil or Tylenol or something?
I've taken a bunch of stuff, but this was Friday night, so it's
Oh,
it's
Curt, I'm sorry.
something must have been done, bruised or something.
I
Anyway.
got you. I'll
Okay.
carry this show for today. So just
Okay.
sit back. All
Are you
right.
on your PhD now?
I'm still in my random thoughts for 200. I saw
Hmm.
two memes that I wanted to share. The first one was I'm working on my PhD.
Right.
Project's half done.
All right. That's you.
Oh, come on. I don't even get a laugh. I thought that was hilarious. This one is
And you're
not
looking
a
at call.
laugh. This one really touched my heart. This is a good one for us parents. Teach your kids to be good friends because not all kids go home to love.
I'm not going to laugh there. That's not a laugh one.
No, but that's a
I
good
like
one,
that
right?
very
That's
much.
just a
Teach your
good thing to
kids.
remember. And it's beyond kids,
Right.
right? It's
Let me
just
do it
like,
again. Teach your kids to be good friends because not all kids go home to love, which is sad. But the that's a true statement.
the
Absolutely.
part that you can't even control it, right? You can just try to teach your kids to be
Do
good
your best.
humans and be kind to people because you never know what's going on behind their scenes.
Right. They might have just
Anyway,
dropped a bar on their nose. You never know.
this is why this is random thoughts for 200 because we're making a very sharp turn to talk about ice cream nachos going viral.
Wait. No, this is ice cream nachos. So
Curt,
explain this.
I
Is
was
it
thinking, oh
is it
my
ice
God,
cream scoops on nachos?
that's what I thought. And I thought, how gross is that? But no, when I looked at the video, I am doing this. You take a bunch of like waffle cones or ice cream cones, kind of crunch them up into bigger chunks, and then
Right.
you put scoops of ice. So you're like, imagine like a big kind of round tray, crunched up ice cream cones,
Right.
scoops of ice cream, just like random
Okay.
on the plate, and
Yeah.
then chocolate sauce and caramel sauce or marshmallow
Right.
fluff. I love marshmallow on my ice cream, whatever topping you want there, like syrups. And then like she cut some bananas up, she put some sprinkles, she put some M&Ms, and then she did like dollops of whipped cream everywhere with little cherries on top. And then everyone can gather around and enjoy.
I was on board when I thought it was actual nachos with ice cream on it, but that's way better. Way better. Honestly,
Wait, I'm having a party just for that.
ice cream nachos. And the nachos are ice cream cones crunched up.
I'm trying to think of the next party we're gonna like birthday we're gonna celebrate. It's my friend Mariana, who's a super fan of this show.
Yes. Hi,
I'm gonna
Mariana.
ask her, she'll want that. Maybe she will.
Okay. Let me
Maybe
know
she will.
about this experience with Pat in the massage parlor. Your
Well,
boyfriend, Pat.
here's the thing. We were just driving through Cedar Woolley, and he said, "Oh, I need to make sure I tell David, his son, what's in that building." And I said, "What are you looking at?" He's like, "Oh, there's a massage parlor in
All
there."
right. Okay.
Wait, you're fine with that? Like, I don't think it's called the massage parlor.
It was one of those special places.
Like, I think that you can maybe call a massage parlor one of those places when you're driving by some side streets and there's a little neon massages here sign.
There are legitimate massage parlors, you know that are actually giving people.
I really
get
don't think
massages all the
I
time.
meant to reach out to my friend Keely, who is a massage therapist, to ask her,
Mhm.
and I forgot to ask her, as a massage therapist, what do you call your business establishment? Because I'm pretty sure it's not a parlor.
I've never heard it called anything else.
A massage parlor?
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Well, then maybe
if you
I'm
said
the
you were going
crazy one, but I'm
to,
like, Pat, no, that is not a massage parlor. But he said the same thing you did. Like, what would you call it then?
if you were going to go to Massage Envy, that's a place around here that Dana goes to every now and again, right? You know that Massage Envy.
Yeah, I know Massage
Okay.
Envy.
What would you say if I said, "Well, what is Massage Envy?" What would you say?
A place where you get some massages.
You would not. It's a massage parlor.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that. I think that there's not, I don't think that, excuse me, if you're a massage therapist,
You
that
work
you're
at a massage
calling yourself a
parlor.
massage parlor. So I hope that someone listening is a massage therapist and sets me straight on this.
Okay, please, because yeah, we want to use the right phrase because you go there a lot to that one on the side of the road in Cedro Woolley.
No, I do not. I
Okay.
don't go to any massage parlors
Is it
because
wrong
I
that
think so. I think so. I think the
so the,
massage parlors like have the connotation of, like, I'm gonna say this,
the
happy ending
bonus stuff?
massages.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
That's
I put it out there.
yeah. You're right.
Okay.
But they're higher quality and lower quality massage parlors, I
I
get.
forgot to mention this yesterday at my tea party. One of my
Okay.
girlfriends came out with a piece of toilet paper, freaking out. She's like, "I'm taking this toilet paper sample to my house." And I'm like, "What are you doing? What are you talking about? What's going on?" She's like, "Look at these little wavy rips in it, like the little perforated edges. They're wavy."
That's
That's Charmin.
is it?
That's what
Okay.
Charmin does. So I get my toilet paper at Costco. I do not get the Kirkland brand. I get the Charmin brand. It makes a difference. Pat and I have not an argument. We just disagree on this. He thinks toilet paper is toilet paper. He also thinks
Right.
Kleenex is Kleenex, and that's not true. Kleenex with lotion is far superior to regular
You're
tissue.
out, by the way.
We
Oh,
have
you
one
got
left. There's one left in there. I have a refill for
left.
you. Don't worry.
These are
Uh,
yours. They usually say, usually on the site it says Jen's Kleenex with
I
lotion,
always share
written
with
in very
you.
bold letters. You
How
do
many
share.
times a morning do you say, "Can I borrow one of your Kleenexes with lotion, please?"
And then I never borrow it and give it back. I actually need to take it. I should say, "Can I take one?" Yeah. But
All
she's
right.
big in the lotions.
So
I
anyway, she was very impressed with the wavy tears, and I explained to her, and I don't know if you remember this, Curt, that
Hmm?
Charmin did a lot of research because they had a lot of complaints of yucky torn toilet paper, like not clean
Right.
tears. And so their engineers came up with this design
Procter
so
and
that,
Gamble got involved, and you're see the thing is that the wavy that's where the perforation is on the wavy
yeah,
side. When
right.
you if you pull two apart, that means that it's not going to be like a flat edge or whatever. It's got the wave there, and that makes other
Every piece
I
has
guess that
wavy on the top, wavy on the bottom.
and they found that this is more
Rippable. It's more, you get more of a clean tear.
okay.
So
I've not used it
she
yet.
thought I had bougie toilet paper. I'm like, "No, it's just Charmin."
That's the new way that they do it. Go Charmin.
Yeah, I
And
mean, I'm a big fan of Charmin paper. It's puffy and soft and cushy on your tushy. It's good.
all of the above. I was disappointed yesterday. This is a little off subject, but there's a new building going up. Does this happen to everybody you're going? But so they leveled the parking lot of what used to be there, and there's a new building going up. Oh, I wonder what that's going to be. It's a
Right.
business.
Yes, I always
And,
want to know.
right. And so this is it doesn't matter. It's on 132nd and near where I am. They right next to, there's a Jack in the Box there, and right next to it used to be, it's a massive parking lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking in front of the Fred Meyer. So
Oh,
I don't want,
yes. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So driving by there back and forth, oh, I wonder what's going to be. Because sometimes they put a sign up, future home of whatever, right? They did not
Yeah.
do. So I asked and I was excited to find out until they said, oh, it's going to be a bank. And I was like, that's not fun at all. I mean,
Not fun at all.
even if it was a business I wasn't going to go to, it's like, well, it's going to be a bank.
But you want it to be what I mean, what do you want it to be? You want it to be like a new ice cream shop, or you want
I
it
want
to
it to
be like a
be, I
fun new
no,
restaurant?
I want it to be a guitar center is what I want it to be. So it'd be closer to my house. But yeah, but a fun new restaurant would be nice, or anything. But the bank was like the lowest, and I think it's a no-name bank as well. So
Oh, I have a question for you because this leads me to something else
wait,
random. We
yeah,
ate at a place called Coconut Kenny's last night. Have you heard of that?
no, but it sounds fun.
Okay, so I don't know. So there's three up here. There's one in Bellingham, Cedar Woolley, and Mount Vernon, I think it is, or Burlington. I can't remember where we were. Mount Vernon and Burlington, they're like, it's just a river that separates the two.
Right.
I don't know what side of the river we were on. It's delicious. And I'm like, why do we not have any of these in the south end, like more south? So maybe we should look into this. You have like experience in restaurant management. You owned a Subway shop, Curt.
How do you bring that up without me going into the story? I'm not going to share it, but yes, when I was 27 and I was working in radio in Toledo, we ended up buying, my then wife and I ended up buying a Subway sandwich shop. How does that happen?
It's
That's another
sandwiches.
story for
All
another
it
time.
is all they serve is sandwiches and pizza. And the sandwiches are delicious. They're on Hawaiian bread rolls. They're so
Coconut
good. Like
Kenny's?
giant ones. What?
Coconut Kenny's?
Coconut Kenny's. Yeah.
All right.
It has to be a franchise because I've heard that they're in other like states.
Okay.
So let's do it.
I'm not okay. We'll put our pennies together and make it work.
All right, now let's get into the real stuff, like the sandwich method of how to get dressed. I'm going to let you explain this.
I didn't know that I was getting dressed all wrong.
I am too.
I mean, I know, yes, so the hair is all wrong sometimes,
So it's
but
supposedly the easiest way to get an outfit in the morning.
right. They, if you need an easy way to choose your outfit, Ted, this is TikTok, by the way,
Of
the
course.
TikTok
So it's
stuff behind it.
legit.
They're in love with something called the sandwich method. Usually it means matching your shoes to your shirt so they're the same color, or your clothes, I guess, and your pants. What is this saying? Your pants? Okay, I see the sandwich. Your
Yeah.
pants or skirt are sandwiched in the middle, and then on, I guess you at the top and the bottom would be the bread on this sandwich
Yeah.
method. So
Yes.
it means matching your shoes to your shirt. There's the bread, and then I guess your pants or your skirt are the
Meat,
lunch meat.
cheese, condiments.
All that stuff.
Or it can be, I
Summer
think it can be
jeans and
also your hat, like a hat or sunglasses with your pants. And then your shirt's kind of the meat and cheese.
either way, the bread is what's on top and
And
bottom, and then
here's what I hear when I hear you talk about this, that I better go shopping for some other color
I
shoes.
said, Pat, that is not what I said at all. Not what I said. You already have 92 pairs of shoes. We went through that one time. It was more than that.
You
So
know,
anyway, the
here's
sandwich
the
method.
deal.
I
They're not
I
colored. They're not different colored. This means I will always have to wear, not always, it'll usually have to be a black, a white, or a brown shirt. That's it. Because my shoes do not vary in color that much. I maybe have one blue pair, but they're sparkly wedges.
well, why don't you wear those every day? That sounds fun too. Your sparkly wedges. I've seen those. Okay, but so you need, what you're saying is you need at least a pair of blue shoes to pull this off, the sandwich method.
I need a pair of blue shoes, I need a pair of red shoes, I need a pair of pink shoes, I need a pair of green shoes, I need a pair of orange shoes.
I can hear all your friends that are watching nodding along with that. Yes, you do. You need all
Yes,
those
you
things.
do.
All right. Uh, did your parents ever ask you when you were growing up, do you want to be president someday, Jen?
100%. And you know what my answer was?
What? Yes, of course you want to be president. You want to be everybody's boss. I understand that.
I wanted to be president of the United States of America, and I was going to be the first female president. I was going to do it. I believed in my heart of hearts that I was going to be the first female president.
Well, it's not too late.
I have no interest.
Well, that's the thing. Um, People talk about, oh, it's a two-party system. We only have this choice or that choice. And so the people were asked, okay, well, do you want to be president? And it turns out nobody wants the job.
It's like
5,000
over 7 out of 10 people, right?
5,000 people were asked, have you ever wanted to be president of the United States? And yeah, like three-fourths of people said, nope, not interested like you did. Small percentage which was, I guess, about 1 in 10, said that they have wanted to be president, but only when they were a kid.
Then they got to know all the things, and you're
Involved.
like,
Yes.
this is not a job that I am willing to take on, which
Right.
is sad to me, right? Because it's one of the most important jobs to lead our nation, and yet, I mean, well, I am not going to get into the politics, but I
Right.
do not love our choices. I do not love our choices at all, and I just wish that there could be more than two that were prominent. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That not all
Yes.
the money went behind. And that is all I will say about that. I'm just very disappointed.
Well, it seems like the easiest thing would be, well, not the easiest, but why can't everybody who wants to run? And they say, okay, write down the name of the person on a piece of paper, put it in a box, and we're
Oh
done.
my gosh.
Everybody. And then we'll shake it up and just randomly draw one.
Massive chaos. Okay.
We said
I
yesterday, go
we
ahead.
got yeah, we got some good feedback on this, Curt. Go ahead.
What is the daily battle in your house? But there's
Who
got
came
to be
up with
one,
this?
particularly in the morning. We just, you know what? This was a question that somebody had posed on somewhere on the interwebs that we saw. And I'm like, that's a good one. That's a good one to ask. What's the daily battle in your house, Jen? Have you thought about this? The daily battle every day. Oh man, here we go again. And it's
Um,
not like a big vicious battle. It's just like, what is the
yeah.
constant,
Mine would be what I'm eating.
what you're
What I'm
eating?
feeding if it's my turn with
Mhm.
Macy, what I'm what we're having for dinner, what I'm making for her lunch. That's for me the daily battle. And
Right.
even if we go out to eat, like let's just say we're going to go out to eat, even that's a battle. Like what are we going to agree on?
I guess I'm too agreeable because usually I'm just like, whatever you want, we'll go
Pat's
get
the
it.
same way. He's like, "I'll eat
Yeah.
whatever, babe. You just
Whatever.
choose."
And then like, what are you in the mood for? I'm in the mood for what you're in the mood for,
Right?
sweetie. I think here, and this is one again because my wife is a scientist and very germ aware, not a germ phobe, but germ aware. She, when I grew up, there was the dog. Of course, you got to give your dog a water bowl, and
Yeah.
and keep it full or whatever, keep water in it. She'll fill the water bowl at say 7 in the morning, and
Okay.
then again at I don't know noon, and then maybe again at 3:30, 4 o'clock, 5 in the afternoon because it's not fresh anymore.
Does water go bad?
Well, eventually, yeah, but I don't think after 5 or 6 hours
I
necessarily.
don't either, Curt.
And I don't know how well, the dogs have been drinking out of it. Now it's just the one dog, but so there's a little grossness in there as it happens, a little saliva and stuff like that. But to me, I mean, we grew up and we were told, hey, and we had big dogs. So you know what? Just leave the toilet lid up in case the dogs run out of water. They can go get their water there. And that's what people did. The dogs would drink out of the toilet if need be. Which you think I can see by the look on your face that you think that's disgusting.
Well, I mean, no, because dogs just do that. You can't even control it
Right.
sometimes. And then you
But they
catch
drink
me like,
water out of muddy puddles too. You know what I mean? They
or
don't
drinking from
care.
the puddles or any of that.
Right. Then
I
that to me is a problem. If you're on the walk, like, yeah, don't drink that water
Yeah,
because that's
that is
gross. But,
bad.
but
They give them
changing the
vaccines
water
for that.
well, let's even say it was every 8 hours. I still think, I hate to be one of those people, it's just the dog water. No, she needs fresh. Okay, that's fine. And I don't mind. It just seems like it's a little wasteful.
I'm feeling like a bad dog mom now because I'm kind of in your camp. Like I just leave the water. Here's what I'll do is I have a dog water cup that
Hmm.
I'll fill that because trying to transport the dog bowl, which is big because I've got two dogs at my house.
They're big, big, big old
And
dogs.
I'm gonna spill it. So I
Hmm.
have this big green cup that I'll fill up and then I'll go fill it up. But I
Hmm.
ignore the saliva, the dog's, kind of in there. I
Yeah.
mean, I wash it out probably once a day. Like once a day, it's full on fresh water and then it's refresh. It's like I'm
Right.
refreshing their coffee.
Right. And that's not what I was saying because I understand the refresh, but dumping out the old stuff and
No,
so
I don't do
for what it's worth, that's and it's not much of a battle because I don't really care. It's more fun just to harass her about that. Make sure
that.
the puppies have their water. Mm.
I love that people texted in or about this on this. Oh, well,
The
actually
daily
didn't text
battle. I
this.
think that's what it is.
Social.
What is a daily battle in your house? I'm going to start with what Corey said because I like that.
Okay.
Having everyone, this is from Corey. The daily battle in my house, having everyone stay quiet, including the dog, while my eldest son sleeps days because he works nights. And I get that too. You got
Yeah,
somebody working the
keeping the
third
dogs
shift or whatever.
quiet. If there's a squirrel, forget about it. They're going ape, you know what?
That's right. All over the place with the squirrel. How about what Jennifer said? The biggest battle is with myself every day, getting myself up for work. I don't know how. I used to commute and be presentable because now I talk myself into just staying in bed until I absolutely have to start.
So she
Uh,
must be 100% remote work and just rolls out of bed and
Likewise,
to her
yeah,
desk. That's
yeah.
awesome.
What did you have? Oh, do you want to talk about
I
Brittany?
have a couple. I have a handful of them.
Go
Amanda
for it.
says her daily battle is they have one car in their household. Who gets the car for the day? And it depends on how good of
Oh,
a planner she's been and how well of a communicator her husband Dan has been about needing the car for the day.
mm-hmm. That's a
Ina
good
says
one.
laundry. That was just one word, laundry. Laundry is a daily
Laundry.
battle. I didn't really understand this. Matt told us that Taco Bell was a daily battle.
I guess or resisting Taco Bell.
Maybe, but then Patrick replied, and I'm 100% in with Patrick, and his two-word reply was taco
Taco
time.
time. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah. When you have a taco time option, I mean, it's a step up. Certainly, it seems like it's a big step up from just well, I don't want to put anybody else down because I've enjoyed myself some Taco Bell over the years.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
But
taco time is
I
where it's at, in my opinion. It's a Northwest
don't
thing,
know.
though. They don't have it everywhere.
It's a Northwest thing. Somebody piped in, and I forgot about this because we don't have, and when you have a one car garage or a driveway that fits one car, if you don't park in the right order, the next morning you got to juggle cars around. So you got to wake up your spouse. You got to move the whatever.
Oh, okay. I've got a couple more,
Yeah,
and I think you have one more too, right?
yeah.
Heather, that you're gonna love this, Curt, because we're dog lovers. We've loved dogs, so we can relate.
Hmm?
Her biggest daily battle at her house is the dog. In and then out and then in and then out again, but then right back in and then he wants out again.
We've got that going on. How is a sailor about that? Is she pretty good?
You
Because
know,
Bella, our beagle, is constantly in and out.
she's pretty good about it, unless there's like a creature that she sees outside, then
Right.
she's like all wanting to go out.
Well, that's
And
just
then
her doing her job. Yeah.
I've got one more. Carrie says that getting everyone up with their alarms and then out of the house on time. And then I know this because I happen to know Carrie. Her husband Randy responded to that and said, trying to sleep while some bossy lady is yelling at me. That's his daily battle.
Bossy lady. I can't get away with that in this house.
You can't.
Bossy. Yeah, I guess I can. Bossy lady. I
Oh
love
my
it.
gosh.
But the Brittany one is funny because Brittany says the biggest battle, daily battle in our house right now is getting our 2 year old to wear pants and
Oh,
to keep them on, especially in public. He's gotten them off a few times, most recently at the public library, and he takes them off the instant he walks in the door at home. Kind of like the dad on that TV show, The Goldbergs. Yep.
I never watched that.
Yeah, well, but you know what she's saying there. Did you have any of those issues with either Macy or Riley that they wouldn't keep clothes on when they were
Nope.
two?
They kept clothes on.
Yeah. It
Not an
seems like
issue.
some kids want to be naked and just run around.
Uh common pieces of advice we should stop following.
So we're done with that last subject, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Common pieces of advice we should stop following. So these are maybe pieces. Oh, that's an age old, my mom told me this or whatever. These are the
Yeah.
pieces of advice that apparently, well, maybe they've just not aged well. They're outdated, or we just know better. So we've got just a few of these. And the first one there that's on the list, I still think is a good idea to not do.
Don't go to bed angry.
Don't go to bed angry with each other.
So the idea is that it can be better than arguing when you're tired and irritable.
Oh,
And
well,
maybe things will be different in the morning. And for me, if I get some sleep, I'm a brand new person and I have
right.
a brand new perspective on life. And some of the built up, like, "Ay, I'm really pissed about this," goes away, right? Because
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't
Well,
know.
I'm sure there's some science behind it as well. Some psychologists or psychiatrists said, don't do this.
I love
Uh,
this, the never give up.
Sometimes if something isn't working, you need to let it go. So yeah, that piece of advice, never give up. Maybe it should be sometimes give up.
Sometimes give up. When there's a
What about,
bully, I'm guilty of saying this to my
right,
kids, really. When there's a bully, just ignore them. Actually, I say kill them with kindness. And my kids said to me, "You know what? They're not going to stop, Mom, if I kill them with kindness. Just because you ignore them or I kill them with kindness. You
right,
need to address they're saying the experts are saying you got to address the issue. You can't
right,
ignore it." And my girls are like, I don't want to like use my kindness. Not that they want to be mean people, but they're
right.
like, they don't deserve my kindness.
That's true as well. And the bullying thing is such a bigger deal now than it was when I think when you and I were in school. There were
Oh, and
bullies,
there's
but
cyber and there's
yeah,
in
that's
person.
you can do some real damage these days. And so that's I agree, you gotta it's gotta be dealt with. You cannot just ignore bullies. They're not going to go away. How about don't be afraid to do what you love and the money will follow.
This kind of hit home, Curt. We're doing what we love and we're
Right.
hoping money will follow.
That's true. But let me just take a step back, Jim, because we've been extremely fortunate in our lives. And I recognize that. I try to recognize that every day that we, yeah, you and I individually and together got to do what we loved for many years. And
Yes.
we made enough money to pay the bills. Nobody got rich, but everything was covered and there were clothes and a roof over your head and food and all that kind of stuff. So in that case, I feel extremely fortunate because I did get to do what I loved, and there was, the money did follow, but it wasn't like getting super wealthy or anything like that. However, now the money is not there. But we're still doing what we love.
We are still doing what we love.
Yeah,
I thought of you when I saw this one, forgive and forget. Only because you've said this to me before, like fool me once, shame on me, fool me
yeah,
twice. Or no,
yeah.
wait, it's what is it? Fool me once,
Only
shame
one
on
shame on
you.
you. When twice, it's shame on me.
Right. And you've said that
Right.
a couple times to me before.
Wasn't stop fooling me.
It was not me. It was not me. But
Forgive
anyway,
and forget is easier said than done, if you ask me.
yeah, that's what it shouldn't be it should be forgive, but don't forget because 9 times out of 10, the person's behavior is going to be a pattern and they're going to do it again.
Right, right. So, and it is, it's very hard to justify sometimes. And there are cases certainly where you do need to just like get over it and move on for your own mental well-being. But let's do one more here because we're about 5 minutes left on this
A
this
Zoom call? Oh,
yeah.
can we do that? Can we do this? Because I always say treat people how you want to be treated.
And that's I don't know why that should, and this is under the category of they're saying things,
Don't,
old adages and common pieces
yeah,
of advice you don't have to listen to. So treat people how you want to be treated, I think is a good one.
but they're saying don't follow that and because you'll be taken advantage of. Instead, treat people the way they treat me. I
Mm,
don't know about that one. I would argue that one because here's the thing: if you start treating people not out of character, right? My whole thing with my girls is you get to define your character, right? Don't let someone else change your character,
right.
right? And it's gonna make your head, heart, and gut feel bad if you are treating people not kindly.
Right.
If it
However,
if
it's
it makes you feel good, then we've got a problem. We got to talk.
well, yeah, and more often than not, your friends. The reason they are your friends is because you guys treat each other kindly anyway. I mean, it's I don't know why they would say. And also, it says when it says someone said you'd be taken advantage of. Instead, I treat people the way they treat me. Well, who is the person who said that? Is this some expert or just somebody saying, "Yeah, I treat them the way they treat me"? That'll show them, people. All right, let's
Can we talk?
let's.
You want to talk about your bathroom real quick? This is a longer podcast because I took too much time with random thoughts for 200.
It's true. It was for 400 today. So you have one. Well, we've got like literally 3 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna be quick. I went in your
All right.
bathroom yesterday
Yes,
and
when you were
I
over here,
know there's
I can.
two things that happened. I was like, the brand new copy of Rolling Stone magazine
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Billie Eilish on the cover.
Well,
I was like, who even gets magazine subscriptions anymore?
this is a fact. There was an opportunity, and I think this was in 2000. I just moved here, so 2001 or two, where Rolling Stone sent out for I think it was $50 lifetime subscription,
You
and
shut your
I
mouth.
paid $50, and Rolling Stone magazine has been coming ever since. I mean, I got it before that, but I had to renew my subscription rather every year, whatever it was. But now, yeah, I have a lifetime subscription to Rolling
That's
Stone.
awesome.
Yay!
I mean, I
Exactly.
seriously, I thought that was, my first thought was like, this is freaking awesome that you have this in your bathroom.
Right.
And it was a fresh copy. It hadn't even been used. So I knew there was no like particles on it from things that have been happening in the bathroom. Number two, I was like, I don't even know anybody that gets a magazine subscription anymore. I don't think. Like my mom used to get Reader's Digest. I don't
Right.
think she gets that anymore. Does that even exist? I don't even know. Anyway, I was impressed. And
Well,
I was
thank you,
also,
I
really?
guess. Yeah.
The second thing is in your bathroom that I use when we're podcasting and I have to take a potty break,
Right.
um, there are only towels that are bath towels.
That's
And
true.
And so I'm like, where do I wipe my hands? Like, I don't want to wipe my hands on this in case Curt wiped his butt on it.
Well, you don't know, but those bath towels, they never get used. That's the guest bathroom, and so they're just so that those are the hand towels as well. They're
Okay,
bath
well, I wasn't
hand
sure
towels.
what to use for sure. So now I know, but that's what went
Okay,
through my mind. Like, what towel should I use? There's no hand towel in here. I guess
I will get a sign and put it up there indicating that those bath towels are misleading. You can use them. I never even thought about that. It's like usually yes, there's hand towels in the downstairs bathroom and whatnot, but I just there's a towel.
cutest bathroom, by the way, the beach theme bathroom. Love
Oh,
it.
thanks.
Love
I'm
it. Love it.
my lovely wife Dana on that.
Okay, tomorrow we want to know. Seriously, I
Yes.
want to know what is in your cupboard above your fridge. That's one of our topics for tomorrow. What's in the
Do you
cupboard
know
above
off the
your
top of your
fridge?
head?
What?
You know off the top of your head what's in the cupboard above your fridge?
100%. I know what's in
Okay.
there.
I think ours ends up being there's no place else for this.
Shh,
Stick it
don't
in
say
here.
it.
Well, okay. You're right. All right. I'll
Secret
save it
until
for
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to go look today and find out what's in there because I should know. I don't think that cupboard's been opened in, I don't know, 5 years.
I think that's the case with a lot of people. So go get your stool to get your little stool, get
Mm-hmm.
up there, see what's in there, and then text us, comment on this, comment on our social
What's
media,
in
Facebook,
the cupboard above
Instagram.
your fridge?
Yeah.
I like
We'll
it.
we'll put it up for you to answer. We'll talk about it tomorrow. In the meantime, make
Yes.
choices, find joy, spread kindness, and Curt,
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll talk to you
have
tomorrow.
a great day.